हेलो दोस्तों, दिस इज भारत कुमार एंड यू आर वाचिंग माय चैनल निर्मल इन्फो अपडेट्स।
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left.
The Prime Minister took a strong step by visiting Ladakh and made a stronger statement by saying, "The age of expansionism is over, now it is the age of development." History has witnessed that such expansionist powers were either destroyed or forced to retreat. This can be judged by the fact that his statement on expansionism evoked a prompt response from China itself. It is not the first time that India has made such a strong statement against China. Earlier, India decided not to participate in the BRI Forum meeting in 2017 to protest the CPEC, the cornerstone of BRI, because it is passing through that territory disputed between India and Pakistan. From South China Sea to Senkaku Islands, Hong Kong to Xinjiang, from trade wars and freedom of sea lanes with United States and Australia, several countries are, in one way or the other, affected by the actions of China, besides having to simultaneously fight the pandemic at home, for which too China is to blame, even if absolved of culpability. However, India is the only country which has had the gumption to take on China by taking substantive steps while the West has really done nothing. India has banned Chinese apps, applied curbs on Chinese investment in communications and infrastructure projects, and subjected Chinese FDI to deeper scrutiny. It has also stood up to China's salami slicing tactics on the borders and arguably for the first time since 1979, given the Chinese PLA a bloody nose at Galwin, however tactical it may be. China clearly did not expect India to stand up to its border adventurism. 3 years ago, in Deklam Plateau, wrongly referred to as Deklam, too, the China did not expect India to stand up firmly to assist Bhutan. Which other countries have taken such strong and direct steps? The national discourse is full of India's position and its effect or otherwise. Countries affected by China's expansionist ethos, whether geographic, economic, or political influence, are inspired to take some action against China. Some are unable to take action, while a few of them have taken some action like the US, Japan and Australia. Countries, especially democracies, are coming together due to a convergence of interests. India will have to choose its friends, partners and allies. It will have to choose arrangements, groupings and alignments with care in keeping with its national interest and in line with its geopolitical balancing. U.S. aerospace giant Lockheed Martin also said that it will not sell its newly rolled out F-21 fighter jet to any other country if India places an order for 114 planes, an offer aimed to counter other U.S., European or Russian jets. Recently, amid escalating border tensions between India and China, New Delhi approved to spend billions to purchase Russian fighter jets. Moscow will sell New Delhi 33 new fighter aircraft including 12 Su-30 MKIs and 21 MiG-29s along with upgradation of 59 MiG-29s. The MiG-29 procurement and upgradation from Russia is estimated to cost Rs 7,418 crore. The Su-30 MKI will be procured from HAL at an estimated cost of Rs 10,730 crore. Rahul Bhatia, senior journalist and defense analyst, write, "The piddling issue of the US potentially sanctioning India under COTSA for acquiring Russian military hardware including fighter jets to meet its urgent needs simply refuses to go away." In a statement to the UK's Jane's Defence Weekly after India declared its intent to procure Russian fighter jets, a senior US State Department official ominously announced that India was not safeguarded from penalties under COTSA. Betty quotes the U.S. defense official, "We urge all of our allies and partners to forego defense deals with Russia that risk triggering sanctions under COTSA." He further added that, though the U.S. could not prejudge whether a specific transaction would result in sanctions, it was important to note that COTSA did not have any blanket or country-specific waiver provision. There are stringent guidelines for considering a waiver, and each deal is assessed on a case-by-case basis, Janes quoted the U.S. official as saying. U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo has not made any judgment regarding the significance of any deal with Russia involving India, he added, but did not elaborate. Betty writes that the veiled COTSA threat by the U.S., targeted at India for purchasing Russian fighter jets, seems to be more a commercial bludgeon than a lawful effort to punish a politically intrusive Russia. Accordingly, it also leads to the clear picture that the cause stems largely from U.S. resentment with the Indian government for not acquiring U.S. fighters like Lockheed Martin's F-21 and instead opting for Russian Su-30 MKIs and 21 MiG-29s. The U.S. has long been craving to sell the customized F-21s to India, which was unveiled at Aero India 2019 in Bangalore. The Quadrilateral Alliance (Quad) of the United States, India, Japan and Australia forms the bulwark of a free and open Indo-Pacific. As evidence mounts of SARS-CoV-2 likely being a lab-escaped gain-of-function research coronavirus, calls to hold China accountable are rising, with the smoldering tensions in the U.S. correlated with the election campaign likely to lead to withdrawal of sovereign immunities that China currently enjoys in U.S. courts. Legislation is pending to amend Title 28 of the United States Code to permit U.S. courts to have jurisdiction over cases seeking damages from China. The bill, written by U.S. Senator Josh Hawley, with vociferous support from U.S. Senator Tom Cotton and many others, cites death, injury and economic harm due to China's alleged deliberate concealment and distortion of information about the international public health emergency, and abuses committed against whistleblowers like Dr. Li Wenliang. The mood of the U.S. Congress is such that it is not unthinkable for this action to be taken, which would lead to compensatory and punitive damages running into the trillions of dollars potentially awarded by U.S. courts as much of the world joins with America's vast legal establishment in lawsuits to sue China.
Yeah.